Getting all my tweets put out, all my posts made that we are live again. Saw a movie on USA too. Never mind. All right, so we're also doing the first watch along with the noise gate turned off for Raw, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I saw what happened on Friday. I just wasn't doing a watch along on Friday. So like, I feel like I tell people this every time that there's not a watch along, and they try and tell me, well, here's what you missed on Friday. I saw the show. I just happened to be at my grandparents' house, who I don't get to see very often because I now live 150 miles away from them. So I didn't want to spend the time I had with them being live on stream. So I watched the show later that night on replay on my phone, or not on my phone, on my laptop. I mean, so I've seen what happened. There we go. Oh, oh man! Rhea Ripley's here. Rhea Ripley's kicking off the show. I've got like 3 months worth of Rhea jokes. What I'm trying to say is they let him keep it. I was just shocked because he wasn't doing it, doing the splash while at the moonsault. Well, they probably wanted to save the moonsault for it to be a more impactful moment when he did it. So I've got like 3 months worth of Rhea jokes saved up. So like, be prepared. Oh, another Joe Hendry sign in the front row of Raw. I feel like it's got to be a matter of time before he appears on more than just NXT. She looks better than ever, man. I feel like I need to double check that we've got actual stuff here. Imagine Joe Hendry converted Drew McIntyre if he showed up more than just NXT. I feel like that's probably where it would happen, yeah. I was waiting since yesterday, since the OC won. I'm confused. AJ added. Keep it the great. Thank you, Daryl. Yeah, Zach. The stipulation was literally. I at the end of the show, I'm frequently saying AJ Styles is now in the match. Yeah, that's what the match was for. I don't know what there's to be confused about, honestly. Like, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being an ass, but like, they say at the top of the show that that's what it's for. Like,
yeah, like, oh! And Gargano gets knocked out by Orton. AJ Styles rolls up Orton. 1, 2, 3! And one miscommunication between Gargano and Orton was all it took for the OC to pick up the win.
like now I have to go check.
Just like that, the OC get the last laugh before payback.
You say the thumbnail is just Gargano and Orton, but it's not. It never was. Hold on. AJ Styles' jacket and arm, and the bottom of AJ Styles' face. I've teased that it was going to be a triple threat with the release of the thumbnail. Nobody caught it, though. AJ Styles is just on the lower half of Gargano. Oh, Rhea giving Dom the cold shoulder. Oh, joy. Ripley winning is not going to be as easy as people think. Yeah, I feel like we have this conversation every Monday. I don't imagine it will be, but I feel like we have this conversation every Monday, Byron. We can angle the webcam down tonight. Oh, I didn't even realize Dom had the black rose. That's funny. JT, where are you going with this? Are we about to get the custody Dom ladder match? In a custody of Dominic ladder match, right? Okay, yeah, I've got 2 weeks worth of website updates to do tonight. Including Heat. I also have to do updates from Heat. This is going to be fun for me. Rhea has really pretty eyes. Like, in the least, like breaking my little gimmick I do with her all the time, she just has really nice eyes. Like, that's a very nice, like, bluish green eyes are my favorite kind of, that's what my wife has, is bluish green eyes. So I just naturally find them very nice to look at. But Rhea has very pretty eyes. And I know that sounds like it's a euphemism. It really isn't. Alright, let's see. So I got... Oh, man. I've got... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do my new thing I learned that I could do. That I think people... I think you guys like this more. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, just tell me. But... I'm going to do what I was doing when I was doing modding, where I'm going to just put the stuff we're working on in the lower corner instead. So, primarily my reaction is what people say. See? Hold on. They Def Rebelled him! They just Def Rebelled Sheamus! What the fuck? They Def Rebelled Sheamus! We just got Lobster Head back, you fuckers! Alright, let's see. Like, we just got Lobster Head back, you fuckers! And you're telling me, Def Rebel, who made an admittedly really good theme for Brawling Brutes, couldn't make something just as good for Sheamus if they were going to replace Lobsterhead. Like, if you're going to replace Written in My Face, it better be something just as good, if not better. Like, the Brawling Brutes theme was legitimately really good. I really liked it. And you're telling me you just put generic track 4 with a couple of, like, Irish noises, generic Irish theme noises in there, and call it Sheamus's new theme? What the fuck? I really hope that if there's I really hope that if there's a reaction compilation for Sheamus's new theme, that even though I'm working on the website right now, I really hope I end up in that one, because I'm very annoyed about them replacing Lobsterhead or Written in My Face with generic track number 4. Also, non-members, here's your slight little preview of what Heat looks like as I'm going through here and annoyingly having to do 2 weeks worth of website updates. And it's like, I don't even know why I'm getting mad that I'm doing 2 weeks worth of website updates. Like, who am I mad? Bro, who am I mad at? It's my own fault. Who am I even mad at about this? Like, it's my own fault. My ass is the one that didn't do this at all last week. Didn't do any updates last Monday because I was too tired or something. I don't even remember what I was doing last Monday. Go, Roxanne Perez. That's Heat taken care of. Night of Contenders. Started with a 3-way match. The OC versus Chase U versus the Profits, which Chase U won. Let's see. Duke Hudson. One thing you'll notice with Season 6 is I'm working very hard to try and give more people more time in the spotlight. And I think me having a slightly more limited roster is helping with that. Like, I feel like I have a smaller roster this season with just doing Raw, but I think it's also giving me more energy to focus on making sure everyone that is part of Raw is featured, whether it's on Raw or on Heat every week. And that is really helping me. Because, like, Chase U has been featured almost every week this season. LA Knight's not shown up yet this season, but that's because of reasons that you'll know soon. I was about to accidentally spoil it. Alright, Tiffany beat Liv, yep. Yeah, I'm looking at it like on the YouTube end as well. I like this layout for doing website updates on the reaction streams a lot more than I like me being just in the bottom corner. I think this makes more sense for a reaction stream, personally. Oof. Jesus, she is mad. I ain't even Sheamus acknowledging it. Alright, KO beat Ridge, I remember that. God dang it. hate it when it does this on the back end of the website. Probably said I've never been in as much trouble as Dom. Well, yeah, it's a little hard to get in that much trouble unless you... Yes?
Your food's arrived.
Oh, thank you, dear.
So, it is hot. You can keep the hot pad if you want. So you can
Thanks.
So,
Thank you, dear.
no problem. Hope you like it.
I will. I should.
Yeah. So I did my best with the broth. I kind of cut it right about the point of it's about as good as it's gonna get. So.
Well, I appreciate it.
You know.
Oh, chat says hi.
Hello, chat. Goodbye, chat.
And she's gone.
I gotta go eat my soup.
No, it's actually like homemade soup. She made the soup herself. Homemade chicken noodle soup from my wife. Alex, we the fans love and appreciate you as friends. I will let her know you said that. Who am I looking for? Rey Mysterio, that's what I'm looking for. Rey Mysterio actually has one of the most, has one of the highest loss records in LS11 Universe. Which I feel bad saying that because I know so many people love Rey Mysterio, but like, the reason he's got such a bad record is like, I've never been a big Rey Mysterio fan. If I grew up with Rey Mysterio, I think it'd be different. It was AJ, it was Ciampa, it was Orton, and it was Priest. So, this weekend at Payback, we have got a 4-on-4 4-on-4 8-person tag match. And I say 8-person because Rhea's involved. And it is Final Judgment of Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, Buddy Murphy, and Karrion Kross against Team KO, which is Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa, Rey Mysterio, and a mystery partner. Kevin Owens said on LS11 Raw today that he had a counter to the Rhea situation. So the question is, who is KO's counter to the Rhea situation? I'm interested in who people think it's going to be. Oh, by the way, the big trucks is going to eat the little trucks. So out of curiosity, Thatcher and the Pure title may be the equivalent of the Heritage Cup on NXT. Yes, that is why I keep making comments about how easy it should be for someone to make a Heritage Cup mod to put over the trophy in Duke Hudson's entrance. Because if someone does that, or if they'll put the Heritage Cup in 2K24 or 2K25, which would be great if they would, then the Pure title would take the place of that. But sooner rather than later, the idea is that I'm going to put the NXT logo on the Pure title, and it will be the NXT Pure Championship. And that's low-key kind of spoilers to say that out loud, but at the same time, I think people kind of knew that's where it was going. Alright, JD McDonough loses to Jacob Fatu. This is the first video after the data wipe as well. Alright, Jacob Fatu. Going bold and since all sorts of, then I'll say grace from TNA to measure up the power. Interesting. Alright, Carmen Petrovic beat Wendy Chu. Smoking that Wendy Chu pack. As JT would probably put it, with how I feel about Wendy Chu. I don't get it. I never have. Some people are like, oh, she's so funny. Oh, this and that. I'm like, I don't get it. Her gimmick is she's tired? Page with first win of the season for himself. And then Josh Briggs. I'm also really excited for you guys to see that premiere tomorrow. The Gauntlet is going to be so fun tomorrow. I am so proud of it. I stayed up late to record it last night. It legitimately is, like, I've done quite a few Gauntlets since the release of 2K24. And this is my favorite. Yes, I said what I said, JT. Are you just going to put a win on the winner record for NXT tomorrow? No, gauntlets do go towards everyone's win-loss, because you get pinned or you tap out in it. And so that counts in my eyes. Same way that I'm eventually going to go through and meticulously add wins and losses to everyone in the LAW gauntlet. Alright, got NXT taken care of. And so we skip TNA and TNA and Dynamite because we do those later. SmackDown, Sins of the Father. I actually watched this episode while I was driving. And by watch it while I was driving, I mean I put it on while I was driving, for reference. I didn't, like, sit there and stare at it while not looking at the road for an hour. But I had to drive 3.5 hours on Friday night, so... 3 hours, not 3.5. It was 3.5 on Saturday morning. People like Wendy Chu because she's actually a fairly decent wrestler with a goofy gimmick that's just giving 100%, even though it's goofy. Like Nick Dismore, Eugene. That's fair, and people are allowed to like her. I just don't really. Gable and Otis lost to the Creeds. Alright. Brutus Creed, where are you? There you are. And then Julius. There you are. This has been a fun match. I always like the big meaty men bumping meat matches. Alright. And then Balor and Cruz both arrived to SmackDown, which I need to make them some SmackDown graphics here. Am I able to open this up safely? Yeah, that's fine. There was nothing spoilery there. If you saw that Rollins and Reigns graphic, that's just the template, genuinely. So, while I am not the prince, fun fact about Finn Balor. Finn Balor and I share a birthday. And Sheamus with the meat win. Am I the one who fucking loves Curtis Axel and thinks he should have been booked better? I like Curtis Axel. I wouldn't go as far as saying, like, I fucking love Curtis Axel, but I liked him. And I do think that he could have been booked better. Oh, are we gonna get a Sheamus and Pete Dunne feud out of this? Oh! We're getting a Pete Dunne and Sheamus feud out of this. Hell yeah. Have him and Heath reform Social Outcast. Well, JT. Axel Henning, or Curtis Axel, if you will, in LAW is with the Ryback and Baron Blade. Are you calling the Ryback a social outcast? Well, she had more than just one Intercontinental title run. Yeah, the big issue... I love seeing Mommy and Daddy back on screen together. Heath wanted to recruit Ryback in the Social Outcasts? I did not know that. I do like how Rhea's first question was, why is Carlito here? Speaking of LAW, I'm excited and I'm both scared and excited to where this is going, JT. Oh, I didn't actually get a good look at the Balor gear Ray made. That looks really good. I like that. That looks really cool. All right, Xavier Woods and Lexus King. I am going to get everything put together to give Ray a new mod pack soon. I'm going to be at Ray's house for SummerSlam's watch-along, possibly. So that weekend, I might make him his mod pack, since it's about to be super easy, and I can just easily update his mod pack and send him stuff for it. So, we'll see what happens. Can we just stop and appreciate how Cole Quinn fought his way to the final three? He sure did. He sure did. Lexus King is also going to be in the gauntlet tomorrow. The main event was Drew, Gunther, Sammy, and Braun, which Braun got the win in. And how he pinned the Ceiling Unstoppable Red Flame. Yeah, I did not have Red Flame going that far and like getting that many big falls on my list for that match. Red Flame was a very last-minute addition to the match, funny enough. So I peel back the curtain with LAW a lot, right? I don't mind peeling back the curtain there. Because it's just a bunch of silly funnies with that show. But yeah, I like to peel back the curtain a little bit with LAW because I don't mind. It's just kind of the silliest show of the three of the week. Which, if you didn't watch the Sonic Adventure stream that we were doing earlier, I'm talking about waiting for Fire Pro to go on sale again before I do any more ARW and potentially moving ARW there. That way we can just go full-blown fantasy with ARW. And, like, I don't really have the passion for ARW I used to, so we can just have fun with it over there. But yeah, with the Gauntlet on ARW or on LAW, it literally was just a matter of who do I have available to me on the game right now. And Red Flame was one of those people. Also, hey Pierre, good to see you, man. Yeah, Seamus got Def Rebelled, and I am not happy about it. Alright, Velocity. Had Punk beating Dom. Which Zach mentioned something about that I haven't read out loud yet. Velocity, it kind of reminded me of Punk's classic real-life title reign. He pulled a classic Punk magic trick, gets attacked before the match, and against all odds, he somehow wins. Yeah, I don't really have much I can say on that, since that was a Ray thing. We got an Ivar situation with the Red Flame. Kind of seems that way, but I'm kind of okay with that, though. Ugh, my nose. But yeah, I'm gonna... Potentially when I'm at Ray's house next, I will see if I can get him a mod pack put together that has more people. We might use the watch-alongs this week for that. Alright, Pete Dunne beat Tyler Bate, right? Was that what I remember? I also really like the Velocity set Ray has. Yeah, Pete Dunne won. Red Flame and Blue Pain. I need your help. What day is August 29th? That's my fiance's birthday. My calendar won't work on lock on my phone. I can't find the normal calendar. Here you go. August 29th is a Thursday. Pat, you're a delight. Right now, Pat is being a delight. Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever asked, why Caitlyn of all people? Okay, yeah, so I will explain that. Give me just a minute and I can actually show you why. Alright, cool. That's Velocity covered. Zach, I'm going to give you some advice from a guy that's been doing this since you were a little kid. Like, I've been in my relationship since you were in elementary school, I think. Middle school, probably. You're 3 years younger than me. You can watch shows back later. You don't have to watch them live. If her birthday keeps you out past when TNA starts, so be it. That's more important. Spending time with the woman you plan to spend the rest of your life with is far more important than wrestling. Yeah, I'll show you why, Caitlyn, JT. I think I go back a little ways here. to the first LAW show. Let's see. The first LAW show would have been right here. September 3rd, 2023. So here is LAW. Let me make sure there's no copyright. There are several copyright claims in this, so I will be careful.
First ever indie show for members.
So it was the first ever indie show. It started with Curtis Axel, or Axel Henning at the time, as he is now, against Adrian Nova Hanzo. And this was 2 months after the end of LSWF. And I'd gotten the idea to do indies as a member show. And we had the first ever LAW title match. And in the end, Adrian Nova ended up winning. Which you'll see here.
With Supernova Splash. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new LAW champion.
So that's how Adrian Nova became the first LAW champion. But you'll see then, in the next match, it was a four-way match. You had Cassie Lee in there. You had Elizabeth Bell at the time, and this was mere months after the end of LSWF, so she doesn't even have the LSWF Women's title with her here. And she's still got the song Freak Like Me. Her old theme song was called Freak Like Me by On Lap featuring Halicine, for those wondering. As well as the first, and I believe only at the moment, appearance of Miranda Elise. And then Caitlyn, who at the time I had brought back because I think I had just started the Tiffany Stratton stuff, and I wanted to establish Caitlyn existed for the future thing. And this match was entirely CPU versus CPU, and it was set as elimination. And my thought was one of these two was going to win, Cassie Lee or Elizabeth Bell. And I'm going to call her Elizabeth Bell for now, because she's not Eliza Blackstone yet at the time of this video airing. But then, I think she ends up being, like, the first eliminated.
I don't know if she can hear me, but that one feels like a shot at me. She knows how I feel about Phil.
Oh, yeah, she put...
Phil.
Hold on. I don't remember this. What the fuck did I just yell?
I don't know if she can hear me, but that one feels like a shot at me. She knows how I feel about Phil. You betrayed me, Phil! Now Elizabeth Bell.
Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about that. You betrayed me, Phil! And keep in mind, this is 3 days before he got fired. No, he had been fired at this point. He had just been fired the day before when this aired. Because he got fired on the 2nd. Because he got fired a week before my wedding day. But yeah, ultimately, it's all CPU in this matchup, right? And it's elimination.
For the 1, 2, okay, sir. 1, 2, no, kick.
And everyone just keeps kicking out of shit.
2, 3,
until Caitlyn
super kick. Celeste got her up. Celeste
gets her with the gut buster. And yeah, so that's the last time Eliza was pinned. And then ultimately it came down to Caitlyn, who I was just calling Celeste Bonin at the time, against Cassie Lee. And again, I'm not playing at this point. I'm just watching. I'm letting it go full CPU. And Caitlyn just ends up winning. After 4 fucking ever, she ends up winning. Like that. So Caitlyn wins, becomes the first ever LAW Women's Champion. And yeah, so that's why she's the champion. And then Embassy of Erin had a match. This was actually their first match as a team. And then the main event, JT, I feel like you're going to appreciate this main event. with how it ended. So it was for the Ring of Honor television title. It was Carnold versus Cardona. Scott Steiner was the special enforcer. And I'll just show you guys the finish, because at this point, here was what the finish was.
Carnold and Matt Cardona going back and forth here. Off the ropes. They collide. Matt Cardona. Oh, he's got him again. Knee bar back in from Cardona. Carnold in some trouble here. Matt Cardona. Pulled back over. Right hooks from Carnold. Knocking him back. Down goes Cardona. And now Carnold coming off the ropes. Oh, what a boot to Cardona. And now Steiner's telling Carnold to finish it. Wait a minute. Brian Myers. Matt Cardona's best friend. Going after Scott Steiner with a clothesline. And Brian Myers punches Steiner, but now Carnold going after Brian Myers, punches him in the gut, and Scott Steiner with a double axe handle. Steiner looking to put down Brian Myers. Steiner, oh my God, he's busting out a Steiner screwdriver, and he's getting him ready for Carnold. Spear to Myers. Carnold saving the enforcer. Ring. Radio silence. Come on, not like this. 1, 2, 3. Just like that.
And I had to mute it there at that point because always ready, or what's it called? When the lights go down, always gets to be copyrighted. So yeah, that's why the Carnold and Cardona stuff all happened. Replay it again. I think I'm good. If I open another app. Okay, I was just curious if Steam or anything showed up here or how I had this set up. Okay. So let me get the Raw stuff added in. Okay, anyways. Show starts with Gargano and Orton face to face, then Roxanne and Chelsea. Oh wait, no, Chelsea lost that. It then goes into Ray versus Nathan. Alright, Zach, what is the sleeper match of the night at Payback? That is Lashley, not Mysterio. Frazier. And then it goes into Io and Jade. I had a lot of fun with that matchup, Io and Jade. It was Jade's 50th win. Wow, the ladder match. Yeah, that was the first match I recorded. It's opening the show. It's a really fun match. Very excited for people to see how that match goes down. I'm only about halfway through Payback right now. I've still got a lot of it to go. I've still got to do the main event, the triple threat match of Gargano, Orton, and Styles. I've still got to do Frazier and Lashley, and I've still got to do Team Owens versus the Final Judgment. Those are the only 3 matches I've got left. Like Those are the only matches I have left. And Team Owens versus Final Judgment is probably going to be the most chaotic, hard one to do. Out of curiosity, are you a fan of WWE in 2004? Depends on how that question's being asked. I wasn't a fan in 2004, if that's the question. If you're asking if I'm a fan of anything I've seen from 2004, there are parts of it I enjoy from what I watched. But there's a reason the Retro series didn't last too long. What the? I literally just gave him a win on his record a minute ago. Now I gotta check if everyone else's shit got deleted. No, just Carlitos, weirdly. What do they conflict when Rollins ever faces Punk? Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you on that one. Alright, AJ won that. Oof! I feel like this Shayna, Zoe, Sonya pairing is going to be very fun. Oh, her finish was called DeVille's Advocate. That's fantastic. Oh, here come the party girls. The party girls and Lyra Valkyria. Alright, there we go. Raw was good back then, SmackDown was iffy. Alright then. No, I was just wondering why particularly you did the Retro series in 2004 rather than actually 2002, you know, when the Ruthless Aggression Era started. Yeah, so that is a pretty simple answer. Priest. Priest. He just wants this man to die. Anyway, yeah, so the reason we did 2004 was Ray's idea, genuinely. When we started the Retro series, I don't know if I've still got it anymore. Let me look. If I do, I'll show it. Okay, I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't have it anymore, it looks like. But I had a graphic made. And we put it up to a fan vote. We were going to do the Retro series, and it was going to be one of four things. And so we put it up to fan vote. And it was either going to be... I'm going to go ahead and give Lola Vice her loss from TNA. That way I don't forget about it. I'm going to do TNA next, and then I'll do AEW last. But anyways, yeah, no. So we put it up to a fan vote. We had just done WrestleMania 8, and so it was up to four options. The options were to continue from WrestleMania 8 with Saturday night's main event, and where, you know, at the time, WWF Raw wasn't a thing, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wouldn't be a thing until after WrestleMania 9 with Raw, because Raw turned 30 last year. Or no, Raw turned 30 in 2022, late 2022, early 2023, because I remember the Raw is 30 special in like January 23, I think. But yeah. So it was going to be either we jump in right after WrestleMania 8 and we could cover like a year very quickly because of that, because there wasn't weekly shows. And then the other options were TNA 2008 starting at Sacrifice, because everyone knew I really wanted to do that and no one voted for it. And then the other option was SmackDown 2004, because that was the era Ray wanted to do. Because SmackDown 2004 has Cena. You know, it has Thugonomics Cena. We could do WrestleMania 20, where we could have Eddie as champion and stuff like that. And then I think the other option was Attitude Era. We didn't have a distinct year picked out yet. Yeah, Attitude Era was the era. I think it was going to be like 98, 99, somewhere in there, because the graphic had Rock, Austin, and Jericho on it. And I actually got mad at Ray. Right? I got mad at Ray when we put Attitude Era on there, okay? And I'm gonna air this one a little bit, because I've given him shit about this in the past. It's 98, 99, right? So I say, you know, the thing that would be nice about 98, 99 is that's when Triple H was really involved in the Intercontinental title picture. So I could kind of have Triple H with the Intercontinental title. Ray sends me my least favorite thing, which is the Ron Swanson no gif. And I love Parks and Rec. I love Ron Swanson. Literally at my desk at work, I have a couple of Ron Swanson Funkos on my desk. I don't like that gif because it feels like when Ray sends it, it's the most dismissive shit possible. Like it's, no, I'm not even going to hear you out. No, we're not doing it. So that's my one little bit of dirty laundry there when Ray does it. And like Ray airs shit with me a lot too, so it's fine. Oh, that's the wrong one. Damn, no love for Raw in 2004. Oh. Remembers who the world champion was around that time? Ah, never mind. No, I don't know why you would... No, that's the wrong voice. Fuck, I just... Where... Is Dad on the line? Can we get Dad on the line? He... Dad, are you on the line? Hello? I'm gonna call him. Hello? Hello, this is Triple H. This is the game. What can I do for you? Hey, Trips, it's me. Oh, it's you, Xander. You got my name right. Yeah, that's your name. I know. I have to know it because we steal all that stuff. I mean, we get some interesting ideas watching your channel. You know, we don't just steal storylines from you. Okay, anyway, someone in chat is saying that they are glad we didn't do Raw in 2004 because of who the world champion was around this time. I don't know what you're talking about. I was the greatest world champion of all time. You know, I was like my modern day Ric Flair. I was very proud of it. You know, I had a very good reign. I won matches. I had the figure 4 in my arsenal. I think they mean who canonically beat you in that time. You know, that's not really important. We don't talk about that kind of thing. What are you talking about? I've looked at your videos. It was Sean. Me and Sean main evented WrestleMania 1-on-1. No one else was there. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. Just one more quick question. Yes? If you admit that if you accept the fact that I am going to call you Dad from here on out, just hang up now. I gotta go. He didn't say no. He didn't say no. Also, he called me Xander. Here he comes. There's Gunther. Thank you for laughing at that, JT. He's finally starting to accept me. I mean, just saying, you know. Next world champion, Gunther. I'm 70-30 on it. I have this sneaking suspicion Priest might somehow win. Like, just this sneaking suspicion it could happen. Oh, that was Jordan Grace's 50th win this week, too. Not bad for someone who only just showed up a couple of years ago on the channel. Joined your here to Clash of the Castle. What would he have done, honestly? The more I think about it, like, what would he have done? Oof. Strong words from Gunther there. He's speaking facts, though. Should join because, like, I mean, what would he have done? Shown up, beat up a bad guy, and then that'd be it. I think him being a surprise on NXT a couple days later was the smart move. Confront Grayson Waller and set up a feud down the line. I mean, sure, but, like, I love Joe Hendry. Look, this is coming from a guy who is, like, one of Joe Hendry's biggest fans in the world. Like, I am one of Joe Hendry's biggest supporters you will ever meet. I think it's perfectly fine he didn't appear at Clash at the Castle. In fact, I think it was better to save him for NXT. Jesus.
My qualities and my greatness were recognized for the whole life. So, while you were apparently fighting for your life on the streets, I received calls from WWE begging me to sign a contract with them. And the reason why they were begging me is to avoid that people like you get in the position to call themselves world heavyweight champions.
Now Gunther's healing it up. Jesus, being homeless is a choice according to Gunther?
Because who, if not me, that takes on the challenge, that takes on the responsibility to restore the honor and prestige of this great sport and the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, JT.
You know what? That's one thing I don't understand either. I do not understand why all those people here don't love you to death. Because they are just like you. Whatever you're going to achieve in life, you are and you always will be street.
How do I get a godly beard like the one you have? I have not shaved my beard in 18... No, oh my god. I have almost gone 2 years without shaving my beard. September 2022 was the last time I shaved it.
Seems to have so much clarity. It's crazy to me that you can't see what's in front of your eye.
In fact, I might have a video of the last time I shaved my beard. Just don't shave it, is essentially all I can really think to say. That's the advice Big Damo gave me. I asked Big Damo that once, genuinely. Like, no cap. Asked Big Damo once, how did you get your beard to look that good? And he went, you don't shave it, lad. I know it sounds like I'm bullshitting, but like, I actually asked him that.
And for the first time in your life, you're going to have to fight from the bottom because you will have absolutely nothing. And then, maybe, we find out after SummerSlam if you're something more than just a boring, conceited, privileged scumbag.
I'm very excited for Priest and Gunther's match. And here comes Braun. Three.
He certainly does. And that's one big son of a bitch.
Watch Ultimate Muscle / Kinnikuman. I don't know what any of that means. I recognize those are all words you just said. I don't know what a damn one of them means, though.
And the Braun Strowman problem. Damian Priest will take matters into his own hands. Live next on Monday Night Raw. And Braun Street Trash. What's your call?
Let's see. Eric Young. Joe Hendry was in the match. Hendry's having a rough start to the season. I feel like the Nice and Easy show is a lie. Alright, I'm gonna take the video. I'm gonna take the thing off the screen here for now because I've got to make a graphic with Trevor Lee with the X Division title real quick. There we go.
How they get so much flavor into the Skittles Littles? Because I who shrunk the Skittles and packed them with a rush of flavor.
Hold on, I gotta make Trevor Lee with the X Division title.
help save for our home and stopped going on trips and giving each other expensive gifts. We had made them instead. That one took me 3 weeks. Getting pre-qualified for a home loan was easier. It only took like 3 weeks. Fun stuff.
Oh. Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drinking nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price.
That was Shocking of the Night against all odds, Trevor Lee winning. Well, yeah, that was kind of the idea, was that no one would see it coming, and I think on Thursday you will understand why Kenta didn't need that title. Where is my X Division title render?
$10 Tuesdays at KFC. Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of hot, juicy Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $10.
I know I got it.
Son of a buck, that's good too. Get a taste of $10 Tuesday, only at KFC.
Do I not? Hold on, I gotta lean forward, I guess, to see it a little better. I'm sure you got asked this question a lot. If you could use anyone from anywhere at any time in universe mode, who would be your champions? Oh god, that's so hyper specific to an extent. Like, if you're just saying, you know, make your favorites of all time champions to start a universe mode with everyone from anywhere. God. Women's champion would probably still be Rhea Ripley. Tag champions. Tag champions will either be the Outsiders, Hall and Nash, because I'm a big fan of both guys. Like, I will unironically admit I'm a fan of Kevin Nash. So, Hall and Nash as tag champions, we'll say, just to be a little different. Macho Man is world champion. I do apologize to you guys, I keep hearing that noise. Let's see, so there's my world is Randy Savage. Macho Man or Bonesaw. Macho Man. We're going to see those security guys laid out later, aren't we? They're in danger. They're in danger. Oh, the big trucks is going to eat the little trucks for the second time tonight. But yeah, Macho Man, not Bonesaw. And then mid-card champion, I mean, I'm almost tempted to say Triple H, like long hair, thick beard Triple H. No Hendry. Hold on. I would have to tell the story of Hendry being built up to being world champion. I don't want to just start him out as champion. I'm saving this conversation for later. Okay. Yeah, no, with Hendry, it would just be a situation of, like, I'd want to build him up first. Or if I had a second mid-card title, he'd probably have it. Like, if you tell me I got U.S. and Intercontinental, he'd be the U.S. champion. And he'd do, like, a John Cena level open challenge. It's tough. It really is a tough one. Who would have their first feuds be? God, I mean, Macho Man. Okay, hear me out. 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 Instead of the terrible version of the NWO that we got in the early 2000s in WWE, what if the top heel faction in this fantasy wrestling situation is the Clique, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and X-Pac, right? So my first title feuds are Macho Man versus Shawn Michaels. Oh God, is Braun okay? I hope Braun's okay and he's just selling. But anyway, so my first world title feud is Shawn Michaels versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Triple H's first feud would be against... I'm trying to think of people like from all eras. So Macho Man versus Hart, like peak Macho Man versus peak HBK. And I'd say peak HBK is like mid 2000s. I think he was better in the mid 2000s than he was in the 90s. Let's say Trips has got the Intercontinental title. We'll say that because I just picture the Intercontinental title with Triple H. So Triple H, if I had to pick anyone from any time, like a dream Triple H feud, let's say Triple H versus peak AJ Styles. You got grumpy, evil heel, time to play the game Triple H against get ready to fly AJ Styles. Hall and Nash. Let's put them up against... Maybe FTR? Maybe FTR if we're going with someone from modern day. Jeff Jarrett's a good shout too, but Trips versus Styles is like one of the dream matches that we never got. One of my big dream matches that I never got to actually see happen. And I feel like if Triple H hadn't had his heart thing happen, we may have gotten it. I really do. I truly believe somewhere in the LS11 timeline that match has happened. Ray and I have talked about it a little bit. Like, I think our next retro show will be something a little more recent. I don't know if we're going to do another Mania or if we're going to do a SummerSlam. I think I want to do a SummerSlam, personally. I want to do a retro SummerSlam. Maybe a 2016 with the first Universal Champion being crowned. Which, at the time, it would have just been the World Heavyweight title becoming the Universal title. So, let's see. 2016 Styles versus H. Depending on what we do as the main event of WrestleMania 32, I'm not against doing that there. I did like the AJ Styles and Chris Jericho story that they were doing in 2016. So I could also see that being like our WrestleMania 33 match for Triple H. Well, no, because Trips and Rollins. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll think on it. Ray and I will game plan on it. Because I think I do want to do a retro SummerSlam soon. But as I kind of mentioned on the Sonic stream, I'm kind of enjoying taking a slight... excuse me. I'm kind of enjoying taking a step back from everything with LS11 Universe. Which I also just realized that I had this still turned off. Joe Hendry and Drew McIntyre. That would be a fun duo. Hendry and McIntyre would be a fun duo. That's not a bad idea. I mean, you're also giving me some ideas for when we do our big universe mode soon. The streaming universe mode. Alright, so now Kenta. Lost it on July 15th, 2024. Save this conversation for later. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so how many days since May 4th? What I'm actually going to do is... Kenta had a 70-day reign with the X Division title. Really wasn't that long, all things considered. Is Priest gonna just beat Strowman clean? I'm here for it if he does. Hell yeah. No, Zach, I do not see Hendry being Drew's enforcer. I do not see that at all. Oh, wait, I can... There we go. What a crazy history the X Division title has had in the last year. There's Gunther again. Alright. Now then. All that's left is Dynamite, which I have actually not even seen yet. Start with new AEW champion Swerve. Kenny confronts him. Because Rain fell a lot longer because he was destroying everyone. Colby Corino against Luchasaurus. Colby Corino wins. Alright.
For dear life, knowing this might be his one chance. And wait a minute, Luchasaurus!
Wait for this to all load in.
Sounds like you guys finally came around. That's great to hear. Now that that's all behind us, what? No, what's happening? It's simple, all right? I figured out who Uncle Hardy is. It's Bo Dallas.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, I've been telling everybody. But look, here's the plan for tonight, all right? I'm going down to the ring. I'm calling for
Rhea versus Sheeta. That could be fun.
I got my crew by my side. The gang got my back, just like the old days, like you were saying.
Oh, Chad, I'm sorry, we weren't talking about you just now.
Hey, what's wrong, guys?
They were talking about Xavier Woods.
Look, we were just talking and, Cody's gonna be gone for a few weeks, so Tozawa and Ortiz would love to team with you to help you stand up against Final Testament next week.
Okay, hell yeah. What? What? You're gonna help him?
Pass it.
Will you
That is Nyla Rose up against... for the life of me, cannot tell you who that is.
See it behind her, Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, that's Camille.
Deonna Purrazzo. Camille grabs her to submit to
I don't know why. I very much like Lyra with the party girls. I think it's just very funny. But yeah, no, if I'm going to put Rhea against anyone from any time, I'm going to say peak Lita. Like, prime Lita against Rhea. Just a battle of the punk rocks. Alright, I want to finish up this ASAP, because I want to take this bowl downstairs and grab my chocolate milk. Because I haven't had chocolate milk in a few days now. Alright, is that private party?
and reach the top.
Yeah, that's private party. Against Butcher and Blade, who get the win. Oh, I didn't realize Borderlands was getting a movie. Yeah, I did not realize the Borderlands game were getting a movie. That's interesting. So then it goes into my boy Dalton Castle.
Tonight, we won the title.
Yes, Zach. Borderlands is a video game. And Pac beats my guy Dalton Castle.
Castle and Pac, this situation seems far from over.
Better be.
We have more on Dynamite. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our main event of the evening. And folks, I think you all...
Adam Cole versus Ricochet. Oh, hell yeah.
brings him down.
Shit, did Ray put Ricochet over Adam Cole clean?
And now Wayman Ricochet on the top.
I guess he sure did.
Ricochet with the massive...
Yeah, he sure did. Alright, that's the last thing I got to update. Oh, I'm so used to Adam Cole winning all the time, but I put the win there. Alright, there you go. And now the website is good to go. I didn't do LAW, but I'll do that later. I don't have it in me to do a 30-man gauntlet in the win-losses today. Alright, there we go. And the website is now updated. Cool. I will be right back. Oh, my back. Alright. I feel like I'm standing up right as Raw comes back on, but no, I'm not, fortunately. Alright. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Where's Stand-In Luigi when you need him? There he is. Stand-In Luigi back on deck. He's a little tired. I feel it. And I am indeed walking out right as Raw comes back on. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm back. I've got my chocolate milk. I miss anything other than like Shayna and Zoe making their entrance? Doesn't look like it. Oh man. Glad I didn't have my screen pulled up. That would be a massive spoiler for someone in the gauntlet tomorrow. Just a straight up screenshot of their entrance. Like with the thing that says like number whatever name would have just been a straight up spoiler there if I accidentally pulled up my screen then. See if we got any good mods today to look for. Well, the person who made the Javon Evans mod that I'd been using that was broken seems to have uploaded a fixed version. I'm going to download that and we'll test it out. Not tonight, but I will test it out one day this week.
I love this moment. The audience knows the show's about to be. Great show tells a great story. It transports you. It makes you feel. This summer, we're about bringing stories of real control in a way you've never seen before. When the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics is staged here on the set, the weight is almost there.
How do you get so much flavor in these Skittles littles?
Because I who shrunk the Skittles and packed them with a rush of flavor.
You guys trick yourself too.
Yeah. Try the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
I'm a big bubbles of the world. Right down. Can't see. Oh, Lord, can you smell it? I have Old Spice to the bone. Can you get fresh? Everywhere.
Perfect is you my sister and the same team. Well, all these kids I can win when you get it. I can be baby too.
Oh, man.
And there's another board. She was in her car. Wait, that's mine. That's her iPhone. You take the T-Mobile. She sets it up.
No need to be quiet. Switch to T-Mobile. 4 iPhone 15s on us. Plus 4 lines for $25 a month.
Trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to do tonight. That was very good timing on my part. Good job, me.
Okay, ready? One more. 1, 2, and 3. Not so fast. Which I was going to do. Mom, you gave us a regular car insurance and you look after me too.
Yep, with flexible payment options for new drivers.
Okay, but why is she not coming too?
To show you how it's done.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
At Domino's, you know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days.
Great set, bro. Now take a look at his screen real quick.
Which is why we want to say thanks for the tip. By tipping you back. Tip your driver $3 or more online and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order.
To really embrace life, you just have to learn to let go. Let go. That's right, let go. Let go. Did let go. Did you let go?
Oh, man. What a day, huh? It's been a weird day for me. I recorded a lot of payback. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute the I'm gonna mute my desktop audio. I gotta edit Flash Fury, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Because I've not done that yet. Because I've got 3 episodes of Flash Fury that need to go out this week. Like in the next day, essentially. For those curious, the way we are determining Omos's challenger this weekend payback is starting probably in the next little bit after I get this all taken care of editing wise. If you want a great gift idea for your wife, I did a candy bouquet. Well, you see of flowers, but I made it a candy last year for my now fiance's birthday. I've got my wife's birthday gift figured out. Don't worry. I've been in this game a long time. Don't worry. I appreciate it, but don't worry. I've been in the game. I've been in the game a long time. I know what I'm doing. Right now, I'm seeing what footage I have on my computer to see if I need to delete any of it. I'm clicking through against all odds right now. Alright, that's LAW. Payback. It's Raw. That is also Raw. That is also Raw. There we go. I'm trying to remember how I did it. I can't find the Pinterest of it. That's alright. I get what you had. I get what you mean. I've seen candy bouquets before. I got my wife just a regular bouquet of flowers this past week. She had a bit of a bad day last week. But yeah, my wife had a bit of a rough day last week. So I went and got her. I went and surprised her. I was gonna be out of the house on Friday night, so I took my lunch break, and Zoe and Shayna with the dub. But I went on my lunch break because she was at work. I went on my lunch break and got a bouquet of flowers or a vase of flowers from Kroger for a decent bit of money. I won't say how much because that doesn't really matter. And yeah, surprised her with that by leaving it on her desk at home, which she was very surprised by, so I felt very good about that fact. Ugh. Oh boy, Pat's got the telestrator. What are we doing here? From Miz playing, I guess, a celebrity golf tournament or something? So I like my concept for Flash Fury, right? I like the idea of editing a match down to a minute for YouTube Shorts. However, the amount of work that goes into cutting sometimes a 5-minute match down to 1 minute, it is ridiculously difficult, believe it or not. Because you're cutting out 80% of the match in some cases. Oh, backstage with Rhea again.
are you, a coward or something like that? No, I mean, I won't cancel the match, but I just wanted to show Jay and everyone else that you're still my mom and what you belong to me.
Oh, Dom.
Excuse me?
Oh, dear.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. It's not like
Board out of the way. Jump. The big neck breaker.
Oh, Dom. You dipshit. Well, that's kind of neat. I'm not a supercard guy, but I do think it's kind of neat that they're doing a crossover with Street Fighter.
From the heavens.
Dom needs to learn when to stop talking. I feel like that's a lesson a lot of people should learn. I feel like that's a lesson a lot of people need to learn.
Flash the second jump time.
It's a lesson I've had to learn. And I still fail it occasionally.
empty your minds of all things. That cloud looked like a butt. Not the name.
Oh, right. I completely spaced out when I was talking about Flash Fury. So the way we're going to determine Omos's challenger for... the way we're going to determine Omos's challenger for this weekend is starting pretty much as soon as I get this edited. There's going to be a 4-man tournament on Flash Fury this week. Across today, tomorrow, and the finals will be on Wednesday. And the winner of that will get the match with Omos at Payback. And the 4 men involved are Carlito, Montez Ford, Riley Osborne, and Grayson Waller. I had just completely forgotten that that's what the deal was. I just hadn't mentioned it on YouTube yet. I've mentioned it in the Discord already, and that's why I was thinking about it already. Zach says he has Montez. Solid choice. And here's Drew. Drew is all smiles tonight, says Cole. Wonder why. Interested if we'll make... Are we back? I think we're back. Well, maybe. It's at 0 frames, so maybe not yet. OBS is no longer responding, which checks out. Hold on, I think we're back. I know you guys can't see me yet, but I think we're back. We're back! Hi! I'm here! I've returned! Yeah, we're back. Okay, we're back. I so fucking sincerely apologize for the last half hour of, or however long it was. Like, fucking A. How long was that? 20 minutes! 20 minutes! Oh my god. And it was like some of the most important fucking 20 minutes of Raw that just happened. Like, Drew is walking to the ring. I'm like, I wonder if we're going to get Drew versus Sid. So, I'm working on getting all my apps and everything booted back up. My laptop's over here. This is where chat is right now. I'm back. Spread the fucking word that I'm back, by the way. Stream's back up, so I'm glad I'm here. That Rowan segment was really cool. Wish I could have reacted to it. Would have been great to get an actual like reaction out of me to that. I'm sure. Oh boy, Jelly Roll is going to perform at SummerSlam. Because that's what I want in my wrestling. Live concerts. See, now the fun part is the fact that when my computer does this, anytime I shut down my computer, I go through and I one by one close out all of my Firefox tabs before I relaunch my computer. Because otherwise, Firefox takes about half an hour before any tabs actually start working. It is insanity. Discord just crashed too. But I'm here. Let me put it on live chat mode so I can even see if anyone's here. I cannot believe that happened, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, Pierre's in the chat too. Yeah, oh my god, we got movement. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of back. I'm kind of back. Oh, Discord is crashing on me over and over, though. Firefox just crashed. So everything but OBS is not working. OBS is fortunately working, so I can still be live. I can see the show. I got chat over here. It's working. Sort of. Once I get Twitter pulled up, I'll be able to know what I missed in the last 20 minutes. I'm so annoyed. I am so glad that the power came back on like that, at least. Because if it had stayed off and I had to just end the stream early, that would have been 2 watch-alongs in a row that I had to leave in the middle of. And that one, and neither of it would have been my fault either, which is the most annoying part. But shout out to the power company, I guess. Shout out to Georgia Power, I guess, for getting the power back on. We have one power company in the whole state, so, you know. But we're back. Potentially. Can we get a pulse check in chat? Everyone alive? If I can get Twitter back up, I'll make a post saying that I'm back. Okay, Pierre's here. Pierre says, Yeet, I am here. Thank you, Pierre. Glad we got a pulse check there. JT, Zach, you guys there? I'm just checking on the regulars that I know are usually here. Studio is coming back up. Soon I can close my laptop, which is good because the thing can hardly hold a charge. I could just buy a new battery for it. I really could. That would probably fix a lot of things, but... either way. Cannot believe that happened, man. I even said during the Sonic stream, oh man, I sure hope the power doesn't go out. I fucking jinxed it. And that's what I did. I straight up jinxed it. Huh. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna try clearing the cache out of my browser. See, I've cleared my cache, but not anything else might help. Yeah, I suppose I did jinx it. Yeah, that's on me. My bad, everybody. Jay is the most unserious man. He really is. If I can figure out how to clear my cache, that might help. Are you a Saints Row fan? I've never played Saints Row, believe it or not. Let's see. Let me try opening another tab here. Unfortunately, sometimes just in order to get things to actually work, to get any kind of movement, I need to just keep closing and reopening stuff. I should. Maybe I will one day. Let's see. I'm just going to try random links to see if I can get them to random web pages to see if I can get them to open. Get the third. I've heard plenty about Saints Row. I've just never tried it. Oh, man. My power was only out for probably 10 minutes, but the issue is my computer took forever to boot back up. So I was going to get my laptop pulled up and just go up from there, but you guys would not like it if I went up on my laptop. Because look at the angle it's sitting at. My desk is a fucking mess right now, and I... Oh, we're getting it. Getting an NXT commercial. And it mentioned Joe Hendry, so I guess we'll be watching NXT tomorrow. See if our guy is on there. Let's see what websites will and won't open. Okay, so Pro Wrestling Mods opens pretty easily. That's good, I guess. Yep, NXT commercial. Yep, we're going to have an NXT watch-along tomorrow. We should be back to normal of having watch-alongs every day this week, with the exception of Wednesday, because, like, I ain't doing that. You can't make me. Quite simply, you can't make me. Just not interested anymore. I just want you guys to know that what I'm going through right now, trying to get YouTube Studio to open up, this is what happens every time my computer restarts. We've been back up for 12 minutes. Still not open. In fact, hang on. Let me just prove a point here. Because it's going to fucking pull up as soon as I do this, if I do it. This is what me trying to get YouTube Studio to load up looks like after my computer turns off. This is why my computer just stays on for days on end. When's Tyson Kidd coming back to NXT in LS11? Well, yeah, like Zach says, retro only at this point. Oh, for God's sake, Liv. Liv just went, shit. Oh, we're back. We're back. We're in. I just needed to make you guys look at it to see it happen. Alright, cool. So now I can go half and half over here. Alright, I'm back. We gave him one more run with the NXT tag titles, so that kind of counts. Zach, what do you mean by cause best story? I assume you probably meant Raw? Does Dom Rhea Liv telenovel has been cinema when you think about it. Dom has done nothing wrong. He really has done nothing wrong. Poor bastard. All right, cool. We're back in. Now that it's on commercial, I've had to pee for the last 30 minutes. Okay, I've returned. I wasn't going long. Who would you say have been Arnold's best and worst rivalries? Oh god, I gotta say his best has probably been the stuff with... Oh man, Arnold's has some good rivalries. Like, just speaking from a... speaking from a perspective of, like, not thinking about the fact that he and I can't fucking stand one another right now, and it's on site right now between us. Especially after he choked me out. I mean, God. His stuff with Cardona has been hilarious. I'd say probably my least favorite Arnold rivalry, though, was the stuff against the gang in LSWF, in early LSWF. Where, which, I mean, was like one of my favorite moments in LSWF, genuinely. Let me get it pulled up. JT, you're gonna fucking hate it. But I think it's one of the funniest and, like, coolest moments in LSWF. But, like, someone actually quit LSWF over this moment. And then proceeded to get so heated. So heated and so fucking rude about everything. Like, it was insane how rude this fucker got. And, like, I will be an ass about it in that regard. Because, like, dude straight up started physically insulting how I looked as an actual person because he didn't like what happened to his character on a fucking video game wrestling show. Like, I'm not naming names for obvious reasons, because that's not how I work, and we all know that. But, like, again, it's a fucking video game wrestling show. Get the fuck over yourself. But, like, this is controversially my favorite Arnold moment, but it's also part of my least favorite Arnold rivalry. Reinstalled GTA for this clip, by the way.
This is traffic cam footage from around the city. Someone's blasting.
Even if you wanted to, you couldn't anymore, JT. He's banned from everything.
Nickelback playing? Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. No way. It's Arnold.
This is actually where Arnold debuted Hero as his theme song. Which I've heard some rumblings that might not be his theme anymore.
Arnold.
Also, Cornell just laid out the guy that is now the LSWF World Champion like a stooge 2 years ago. Colton has come so far. I'm so proud of Colton, genuinely.
Takes down James with a shovel. Here comes AES. Higgins hit with a clothesline. Connell is a one-man wrecking crew right now. This is like Austin during the invasion. The old Cornell is back. And Cornell sends AES into that glass window. Here comes Martin King.
Rain 44-22. I think you're taking it way too seriously, man.
The exterminator launches him into that guardrail. And now
I think you're taking it way too seriously.
and Ricky Ross telling Connell, just bring it. Connell. Oh, Connell bringing the fight to Ricky Ross. Ricky Ross been talking a lot of smack as of late. He throws the big punch. Connell blocks the next one, and Connell is rushing.
But yeah, no. Essentially, like, controversially, I love this Carnold spot where he gets like he gets the Stone Cold at the end of the invasion spot. I love that spot, but like someone quit LSWF over it, and also just don't get me wrong, DJ Danger, one of my favorite people I've gotten to work with LSWF behind the scenes. Main Event Wrestling, he's not a character in LSWF or LAW, but he is behind the scenes, kind of the person who helps keep the gang reeled in a little bit. I've gotten to make a lot of good friends with the guys in the gang, like behind the scenes. They're really good guys. But early LSWF, it was a little out of control. So that is the gang versus Carnold from early LSWF is my least favorite part of or is my least favorite Carnold thing. My favorite Carnold rivalry, though, I mean, oh, Rhea and Dom. Love it. Here for it. Love that Rhea said, "I'm not yours, you're mine," and gave him the rose. That's fantastic. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. That was top face in the company, lays out the faction that was way too big. Anyways, Gable's in the ring, so I'm going to focus on the show here. Also, Carnold had been taken out by the gang with a pile driver on the floor a few weeks prior. But yeah, favorite Carnold rivalry? Either Cardona or the stuff he and I are doing now. I'm interested to see how this goes. Is he going to get music or anything? Nope, no music, just Bo Dallas. But yeah, for Carnold's best rivalry. Oh shit! Team Gable. Team Gable is happening, folks. For the first time I did Xander Carnold. In hindsight, I'm not as big on the ZC Enterprise stuff as I was. They look great in the suits with Gable, too. Oh no, Bo is laughing. Oh, he sold the hell out of that kick. Right, that has nothing to do with what's going on right now, man. That's why I'm not reading any of it. Because, like, we're watching Raw. They're not airing from Florida. And quite honestly, I'm not here for, like, people coming into the chat just be like, well, here's what I hate in wrestling right now. I'm just not here for it, man. Like what you like, dislike what you dislike, but taking after his brother, you're right. This has been like the weirdest Raw watch along I think we've ever had. Because, like, we did our normal stuff. We updated the website. We talked universe stuff. But, like, the power went out for 20 minutes. So that was fun. Love seeing Gable with the Creeds, though. Oh, he's doing the Brody Lee. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crowd chanting, "You fucked up." Just saying, old boy is lucky I wasn't around when he got... I assume we still only get the one note. I assume we're going to get the full shatter when it's SummerSlam and they have the match. Restore Flash Fury from where I was working on it. But yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, here we go. There they are. Oh shit, we're getting the whole song! Never mind. Back to one note. Oh man, what it restored for Flash Fury was just the fucking part I'd already edited. But I'll talk more about ZC Enterprise in a minute. I would have loved to see it, honestly, JT. Are we gonna see them actually like get physical for the first time? Outside of when they shot Chad Gable in the head? Also, Gable and the Creeds could have run any time now. They could have taken off running anytime now. Like that. Smart boys. This is just so cool to watch. Nearly got me with that one, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, so ZC Enterprise, like, I'll admit, I feel like this is gonna be like, oh, really, Xander? I never would have guessed. ZC Enterprise was me going heel. Because, well, obviously it was me going heel. ZC Enterprise was me going heel because I was so sick and tired of the entitledness from everyone involved in LSWF. So, ZC Enterprise pretty much allowed me to pop off and say whatever I wanted and say exactly how I felt about all of this. Like, all the stuff that was going on in the Discord and in the live chats and stuff. With it being masked as in character and not... I think it was pretty obvious to a lot of people that ZC Enterprise, the way I was acting, was very much just me using it as like a megaphone to say, everybody that's got a problem with LSWF, shut the fuck up and let me book. Because the issue with LSWF was people were essentially trying to be inmates running the asylum, right? They were trying to be like, well, Xander, you should book me in this match, and I should be in this situation, and I should be feuding here, and oh, I should get to make this faction, and I should get this gimmick, and I wanna do this, and I want you next week in this match, and people were trying to make their own matches. Hell, in one episode of LSWF's chat, if Orion was here or Soren was here, he would be able to he would probably remember this. We had two people. One of them hadn't even debuted yet. Like, one of them was going to submit his... One of them was a first-time watcher, was going to submit his character during the show. We had two people challenge each other in that chat to a Hell in a Cell match in LSWF in the chat. And I was like, that's not how this works. ZC Enterprise, one of the top proudest moments of LS11. God, ZC Enterprise. Like, if you listen to my first promo as part of ZC Enterprise, it's where I fucking snapped. It is legitimately where I fucking snap. Like, people in the chat were like, whoa, Xander, what are you talking about? Let's see. It would have been the show after Xander Mania, right? Like April 1st, right? People were trying to make it a Wild West. Yeah, and I was not having it. I believe it was this episode. No, it was the Xander Mania after party. That's what it was. When Xander Mania after party 2023. Here we go. Jason, I can't help you, man. I just play the game. I don't know how to fix it. I'm going to be honest with you.
I was there in 2000. Let's hear from Xander.
Alright. Let me mute my mic.
What's the matter? Were you expecting someone else to hold this title? I mean, come on. There's a reason I hold this title, and there's a reason so many of you complain about it. I'm done being nice. I'm done sugarcoating shit for all of you. I'm still world champion because none of you are good enough to beat me.
That is truly how I felt. That is truly how I felt. Because it wasn't so much none of you are good enough to beat me. It was, you're all sending me your face on a WWE gimmick, and I'm not dealing with it. I had someone essentially send me what looked like if they made Drew McIntyre off of their off the top of their head without ever seeing, like someone sent me a character that looked like if you made Drew McIntyre based on what you remember Drew McIntyre looks like, but you couldn't quite remember what he looks like. I was like, that just looks like you, and it had the same moveset, same entrance, same victory, and everything. And they sent me this character, and I'm like, this just looks like Drew McIntyre. They're like, yeah, that's the point. Huh? Had people trying to just make their own versions of, like, current factions. Like, oh, I want to pair up with this person, and be Judgment Day. It's like, no. Someone tried to submit themselves as, like, Messiah, like with Seth Rollins' Messiah gimmick. God, I had to edit so many Roman Reigns entrances. It was ridiculous. Way too many people kept setting the Roman Reigns God Mode entrance as their entrance. Xander remembers the ZC Enterprise era. Okay, I was a little emotional. May have gone a bit far off the deep end. Me. I know. It was beautiful. Wish you went further. Alright, back to the thing.
So next time you want to complain and say that my booking sucks and that I'm showing favoritism, look in the mirror and ask yourself, is it the booking or is it just all of you? Are all of you incapable of finding ways to get yourself over and being actual compelling wrestlers? Or are you just copying what's hot? Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to use GIFs of the popular wrestlers from nowadays to explain it to you?
That one was a direct jab. That one was a direct jab at the two guys that quit. Because I couldn't get a fucking announcement made without a shoosh GIF getting replied to me every time I tried to do anything in the Discord. It is weird 2 years later that I'm still, or a year and a half later, that I'm still this angry about it. And it says more about me than anything. But I am so glad Gable is done with the shoosh shit, because this was on my last fucking nerve. It got to a point where I was about to ban GIFs being sent in the LSWF chat. Like, I was going to make a rule in the Discord for that.
Because that's not how you get over. I'm the world champion. I'm the general manager. Get fucking used to it.
There you go. There was a simple 2-minute promo. Mission statement was made. I went full heel. Looking back on it, I'm more proud of it than I used to be. Like, there's and that's part of the reason why I didn't stick with the rebrand to LSWF. That's part of why I've gone just all in with the crossover into LAW. I nearly was like, well, shouldn't I just make it LSWF and bring the indie guys in? But no. LAW, people aren't going to be thinking that they can run the asylum. Like, and also, I don't have to download everyone's characters. I can easily just be like, well, maybe I'll get to your character next time. Like, it's, you know, it's insane. There was a lot I liked with LSWF. There really was. Like, there were some really good moments in LSWF. And I think, let me see here. Actually, let's go. Yeah, this screen's fine. Like, I think it was really after Xandermania. It was really here and in the move to 2K23 that I really kind of grabbed everybody by the shirt collar and was like, everybody just sit back, shut up, Dad's driving, you let me pick the fucking music. That's kind of how it felt. It was like, we're going to do what Dad wants to do, and none of you are going to complain about it. You're going to sit back, you're going to shut up, and you're going to let me book. Because, like, that was the big thing. That was the big thing, is I was doing CPU versus CPU because I was like, well, now I'm not showing bias. And I was like, this dog shit booking, Xander. You're a dog shit booker. How did you ever make a universe about this? I'm doing CPU versus CPU, dumbasses. Anyway, I'm still a little, me and Homelander was good in the build-up. Yeah, it was very good. It was. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, the Homelander stuff was interesting because that was like the last remnants of ARW kind of being killed off, was me taking out Homelander. Um, JT, me to face Xander. I'm gonna try to destroy this man's sanity. Me to heal Xander. Yes, sir. When you tell me to jump, I'll ask how high. Thank you, Zach. I do appreciate that. But yeah, no, and I'm not talking to anyone that's in the chat right now when I say, like, I got mad at people. I'm mad at the people that, I'm not mad anymore, but, like, I was mad at the people who were calling me a dog shit booker or trying to change things every 20 seconds. Like, being like, oh, I lost a match, time to change my gimmick. Because there were people that did that. There was someone who submitted just 2 default characters, and, like, they were just the default cause using some of the Persona outfits. When will Kevin Nash be in the Hall of Fame? I'm pretty sure he already is, dude. I think Parker, he was inducted in 2015. That sounds right, at least. But yeah, anyway, I will say, my entrance music as the leader of ZC Enterprise. Oh shit. But my entrance music as the leader of ZC Enterprise during my heel run, genuinely, I think out of all my themes, is my favorite. Like, I've had a lot of themes over the years, obviously. Across everything, right? Like, I probably don't even have a way to pull up all of my old themes. I might, actually. Let's see. Sammy and Ilya are cooking, by the way. Sorry that I'm not reacting too much to the match. I've fallen down a rabbit hole, as you guys typically cause me to do. It was in WO in 2020. Well, Nash on his own was inducted as well. Let me see. Yeah, Kevin Nash was inducted. Right here. Hall of Fame class of 2015. Macho Man, Rikishi, Alundra Blaze, Larry Zbyszko, Tatsuji Fujinami, and Kevin Nash. But yeah, like I want to now. I want to see if I can actually find like at least clips or anything of my old entrances, like old entrance music and stuff that I've had, because it changed over the years. Let me see here. Probably need to go find a timely wah. There it is. So I'd have to go back really far to find like my oldest entrance themes. But like Too Many Xanders 5, I think, maybe? Let's see. Let me do this. Too Many Xanders 5, I believe, is where I had my first entrance music.
And what I do here, this is mine.
Did it play when I beat Ray? Because Ray and I had a match. Very terrible.
Count it, Alan.
This is so bad. Yes, there's generic track number 3. Generic track 3 was my first theme. And then... let's see, I might have to go to ARW. So, ARW, actually, the ARW intro back in Season 4 was actually my theme for a while. Wait, hold on. Here. Yeah. So this was actually my theme before ARW. And it was only used as the ARW theme because it still kind of fit the ARW intro, because the original theme I picked had gotten copyright claimed. It's basically a Braun and Sammy at SummerSlam. I kind of imagine that's what it's leading to, is that. But yeah, so that was my second theme ever. And then when I was in ARW as a competitor in Season 2, best place I can think of to find it would be here. I had an entrance.
Eliminated.
I just had a regular entrance. I had a regular ass entrance at Xandermania, didn't I?
You obsessed. Work this, Doc. Boom, death. Going to beat. See you in hell. 3 stages of hell. It's time for the #1 contenders match. It's time.
Yeah, I don't know if I do. I even have this
finally
theme on
put this battle to rest.
standby. I might. It might be the
As
ARW.
Xander LS11.
Yeah, here we go. This is the better way to hear it. So this was my... Oh no, this was I grabbed this theme for myself after I came back in Season 3 of ARW to be the assistant GM, and then went heel in Season 4. Or went heel in Season 3. I did like this theme. I actually really did like this theme. I felt like it fit me pretty well. And then after that, that was my last ARW theme, I believe. It says DQ written all over it. It's a match that Braun Breaker's involved in the story of, so yeah, probably. Also, there's 2 minutes left in Raw, so... Which I will stay live for a few extra minutes since we've fallen down a rabbit hole tonight. Which, shout out to you guys for that. I'm always up for falling down rabbit holes when I don't have too much to do at night. So the was my theme then. I actually then picked up a different theme when I returned to ARW. And let's just see if anyone actually catches what this theme was.
Hail us 11 Universe, it's Xander and welcome you to the world. Me?
Hold on. Spear! And there's that DQ Pierre was calling for.
We're figuring this out. So yes, on the ARW Royal Rumble show, the former GM returned, and now...
Alright, it might be in the Rumble that you can hear it a little better.
Hail us 11 Universe,
The whole commentary thing was interesting back in ARW, because I hadn't had the idea to just have Quizmaster and the Doctor commentating. So it kind of had to just be implied that it was 2 different versions of me. And I think that's where JT got the idea of ARW Xander being his own person. Which I've given some thought to. I really have. Oh no. Oh, the ring is shifting. With that spear. Let's see, I entered the Rumble number 30. Because originally I was going to win this. The original idea was Spider-Man was going to get eliminated, and Lex Luthor was going to be one of the final 3, and I was going to eliminate him. And there you go, Braun Breaker stands tall to end Raw. So I will stay live for at least probably an extra 20-30 minutes to make up for the fact that I missed 20 to 30 minutes of the stream. Because that I missed 20 to 30 minutes of the stream because my power went out. Which, shout out to everyone who stuck around for that. You guys are champs for that. I appreciate all of you for that. But yeah, so let's see if we can hear what my theme was here.
You have to be kidding me. This feels like a joke.
So if you can't hear what the theme was, I'm going to take this down, and I'm going to pull it back up, and we're going to see if you guys can figure out what the theme was. Some of you might get it, some might not, but this is what my theme was when I returned to ARW. Wait, no, not that. This was my theme when I returned in 2022 to ARW. See if anyone figures out what that was. We'll just keep jamming to it while we wait. I've had a lot of theme songs. Because I had like the and then I had the one that was more like that was my heel theme in Too Many Xanders, and it became just my theme in RW for a while. Then we have the and then we to this, which of course is the theme of Cynthia from Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the Sinnoh remakes. And that was what I went to when I had my brief return. And then, when we moved officially to LSWF, that is where the change officially took place, and I believe that this is probably the best episode to hear it in.
Hey, LS11 Universe!
This was also before I got official wrestling gear. This was when I was still wrestling in a t-shirt and jeans. So let's see if we can hear it here.
2 weeks ago. Yes, yes.
If
that
not,
is
I've got it
very
on my
true.
computer.
Xander has not been in a good mood since Homelander became ARW World Champion. Here he comes to the ring, though.
Oh, the very first kickoff has just a full entrance on my own, actually. If you can't figure out what this is. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Because at the time, that was my favorite song. And it had been for a very long time. It's recently shifted to what my favorite song is. But Never Gonna Give You Up is still up there. But yeah, so Never Gonna Give You Up is my theme. I used this version here, but then later on, I switched to the 2 minutes to late night version.
On his way to the ring. Xander wanted this fight. He knows what he's
If you want an
signed
actual
up for.
cover of Never Gonna Give You Up, go to the Raw after WrestleMania 20,
Yeah.
WrestleMania 37 watch along.
Nice
Full
knowing
cover.
Xander.
But yeah, I used the 2 minutes to late night version of Never Gonna Give You Up. Which you might
Xander's
know
been a
2
world
Minutes to Late
champion
Night
every
as
time
the
he's stepped
guys
into a
who
company in
work
the
with
LS11
Danhausen
universe.
music.
ARW was a
Billy
world
Atkiss,
champion there. YWF, multiple time champion. Way back in the day of that.
And then, so I used that for a while. I had a one
Hello, LS.
entrance where
Hate him anymore. To not.
where that's as much as I can play. I came out to time to play the game because I was going full Triple H because, you know. Oh, you want to talk about controversial?
With a right hook. Pedigree!
This
Xander
was
with an
arguably the most
amazing
controversial
pedigree.
Choice in
1,
LSWF ever.
2, 3.
Me being the one to beat
Ladies, shut at the hands. Like a
people in the
general
Discord
manager with a
were
win, we may
very
not see eye
50-50
to
on
eye,
it.
but tonight
Some of them loved it.
he's a good man.
Some of them
in my
hated
eyes.
it. Oh, the video's blocking out my voice. But some of them loved it. Some of them hated it. With Homelander losing to me, some of them were like, "Well, I could have beaten him." No, you couldn't. Like, it's canonical that, like, it's really funny with LSWF. It's like, it is canon to LSWF that I juiced up on Temp V, you know, the thing that gave Billy Butcher cancer in The Boys, because he used too much of it. I juiced up on Temp V for one match to do this with Homelander, knowing that I could handle one dose, and it made me on par with him fight level skill-wise, or power-wise, and then I spent weeks training to make sure I was better at combat than him. And I still had to have help. I still had people, like, making sure he didn't leave the match. But, and then, canonically, I was in Paris on the January 28th episode. And the really funny thing is, hold on. Being very careful here. The very funny thing about the I was in Paris on January 28th for LSWF thing, I actually was. Hold on. You can see it better here. January 28th, 2023 was actually in Paris, France. Like, there's me seeing Mario in the McDonald's window because the Mario movie was coming out later that year. There's Alex not knowing we were taking a picture. Then she knew. Can't show those on stream. But yeah. There's a picture for an eventual video because they will have been London and Paris. And eventually, I think you see where it's going with that. But let's see if we got... I'll show you guys one good picture real quick because I do really like these pictures. Yeah, there's some good Eiffel Tower pictures. We have this one actually framed in our house. So, little bit of actual proof that I was actually in Paris when this episode aired. Sorry, that was a side tangent. That's just one of the more memorable times of my life was January last year. Anyways, back on track here. It's also probably the best pictures you guys have ever seen of Alex, now that I think about it. Anyway.
It's your new LSWF
So, like, canonically,
hopefully
I didn't actually just flash my conversation
and
with Hanzo
welcome
there.
to LSWF kickoff January 20.
But yeah, so the kind of funny thing with this episode was...
Remember, and it will be pinned in the chat as well, Xander is not here tonight. He will be in Paris during the premiere of this, which means he is not in the live chat tonight.
There's not even a live chat.
So instead,
Oh, wait, no, there
we've
is.
got
There's
new
chat
sheriff in
replay.
town for the week. Say hello to the temporary GM. It should have been me. I don't think it should have been.
Also, JT, shout out to Quizmaster there, doing the "it should have been me" gimmick before you.
Champion Carnold.
So there's Carnold. I named Carnold back when we were still buddies. I named Carnold the interim... Well, we can just go here for now. We can do this one now that we're not doing a watch-along. But yeah, I named Carnold the interim GM while I was gone, and I left him one instruction. I said, Carnold, do not make any title matches while I am gone. Naturally, what is the first thing he does?
You want a title match? I'm feeling generous tonight, boys. Xander might be out, but he never said champions can't agree to a title match. So, Ethan, DJ, I'll see you chumps in the main event. Triple threat. One fall. Have fun, gang. Well,
Granted, Carnold didn't make the match. The Doctor made the match, so maybe I should have been mad at the Doctor, but you know. But yeah, and so Carnold ends up making the match, and we're just on a completely different tangent now from the whole entrance music bit, but I just think it's very funny that, like, I purposely did that. I was purposely like, Carnold, do not make any title matches. Because then everyone knew, okay, title match is going to get made. What's going to happen? And what happened?
And DJ Danger catches him.
Huge clothesline.
As DJ took out Ethan and stole his pinfall over the Doctor.
Takes down the Doctor.
And
DJ
Arnold's reaction was great.
stealing it. DJ Danger has stolen the United States title from his own friend. It looked like Ethan Mace was about to win it off that package pile driver, and then DJ Danger steals it, throws Ethan out of the ring, hits the Doctor with the elevated brainbuster, and DJ Danger gets the win. DJ
Arnold says
Danger
something.
is your new United States champion. Zed is going to fire you. You'll probably never trust me as GM again.
That's right. Quizmaster was like, Xander's gonna fire you. I was like, he's probably never gonna trust me as GM again. That's my Arnold voice. I can't really do. We're not the same person, so like I can't really do his voice. But yeah. So anyway, I come back from vacation, and Arnold and I end up teaming up for the tag titles. And this is my first entrance as champion. I believe I'm still using Never Gonna Give You Up here. Yes, it is.
So it's gonna be like Jack Sparrow and Broken Xander on commentary at this point. Well, now that you said that, I think people are gonna want it. I know, that's the worst part.
And what's really funny is I made the joke, Doctor makes the joke there, that with so many of the Xanders in matches, it's going to be like Jack Sparrow Xander and Broken Xander doing commentary. And the worst part is people are actually going to want that. We never delivered on that. Never delivered on that. I haven't seen Broken Xander in 2 years. Like, I've not seen him since November 2022. I don't know where he is. Could be dead, for all I know. So, my final entrance...
Good day, good evening, and good night, LS11 Universe.
So, this was my final real entrance with Never Gonna Give You Up.
the ring. Let's bring out the champion.
And this will forever be, like, one of my favorite entrances I ever did. Granted, I did it in ARW, too. I did this exact entrance in ARW, but no one watched it. So... But yeah, I used like the cool orchestra, Never Gonna Give You Up for my entrance there. And then ultimately I do like the big shocking moment, the heel turn in the main event of Xander Mania. Which I'm just really proud of how I actually executed.
Now Hanzo tries to fly. Oh! The referee didn't see it.
Like just the sledgehammer shot, the editing of it where it does look like I'm hitting him as he's landing. I'm very proud of that. And like the thing there with Hanzo losing, like I feel like some people might have wondered. Oh. I feel like some people might have wondered, like, why did Hanzo lose that match, and then end up winning the title later in the year? It genuinely was because,
He's done it. In the main event of Xander Mania, he's done it.
But yeah, so the reason I turned heel there and beat Hanzo is early on in LSWF, and I'm not really mad about this anymore. Hanzo and I literally joke about this behind the scenes almost every week at this point. When LSWF was all CPU versus CPU, Hanzo was like a destroyer of worlds. The Royal Rumble was really the first time I started influencing the finishes to matches. And then that moved on from there to being more and more accurate. It went like 50-50, and now it's like just full on I control everything. Now I just control everything with these shows. Hanzo Hanzo was like a world beater. He came in, he won the 10-man Rumble to become the first internet champion. He beat Ray in the first ever LSWF main event. He pulled double duty at Halloween Havoc and still kept the belt. He beat Quizmaster. Like, look at the track record here. He beat Quizmaster. He and Eliza Blackstone beat Quizmaster Quiz Queen. And then me, Hanzo, and Shinobi beat the Circus. And then Hanzo beat DJ Danger. And then on day 1, he beat Blaze Wave. And like, I can just go through here. Hanzo was just on a damn roll on this show. Like, originally he beat Triton on Scorched Earth Rumble because it was all CPU. He originally beat Triton and won the Rumble in the same night. I pulled him and Soren, who is the creator of Triton, into private chats. I was like, look, people are already claiming that I'm showing favoritism to Hanzo, even though this is all CPU versus CPU. He can't win one of these matches. It's got to be 1 win, 1 loss tonight. And so that's what brought in the debut of the Rest of Chaos to help Triton win the internet title. And so then Hanzo, he still went on a roll though. Like, you look at it, he competed on the rest of the shows as well. He competed on other shows. I think we gave him a couple weeks off is what it was. But like, he and Triton had their rematch that I ended up costing him. He and I had our face-to-face, and he just kept laying me out, is what it was. He would lay me out at every turn, and so I kind of had to get one over on him in the end there, was part of it. And so ultimately it was like I knew Hanzo was eventually going to beat me in the long run. And, you know, we got to eventually have round 3. We're 1-1 still, our Adrian Nova now and I. But, like, let's see if...
Here on the Saturday morning show, as here comes the current LSWF World Champion down the ring. Here comes.
Man, so this is what I was getting at here is ZC Enterprise, Xander, is my favorite theme of mine. I love my King of the Universe theme I have now, which is what Zach says is his favorite Xander theme. I love King of the Universe. I really do. It's got that dad rock vibe to it that I fuck with. Like, I am a 45-year-old man in a 24-year-old man's body. Deep down, I am just a dad who doesn't have kids yet. Dance of the Nights, specifically a rock remix of Dance of the Nights, hits everything for me as, like, a suit-wearing villain. I am coming out to a dad rock version, first of all, of a fucking classical song. I am using classical music as my entrance theme. And people are into it, is the funniest part to me. Like, just dun 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 dun. It's just such a good song too, is Dance of the Nights. I legitimately love Dance of the Nights. It's such a good song. Also, there's a lot of videos missing from the LSWF playlist. I'll take care of that one day. And of course, Cornwall had Hero. Cornwall and I's first rivalry, I like it, but it was very rushed because we had decided LSWF was ending at this point. And by we, I mean me. LSWF was ending at this point, and so it was like, alright, we gotta get through everything. Cornwall and me, Ray and me, DJ and I, Hanzo and I, gotta get through all 4 of those feuds in like 6 weeks. Like, Ray and I were supposed to go for a PLE cycle. Like, it was supposed to be, right, once in a lifetime, which just for some reason I don't have in here. But, like, it was supposed to be once in a lifetime, me and Cornwall. It got the full, like, 6-week build. It got the full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-week build. Then Ray and I were going to feud through May, and I was going to beat Ray in the end of May. And then June, it was going to be me and someone else. Before July, it would be DJ and I. And DJ would beat me at the end of July. Then August, it would be me and Hanzo running it back for a while DJ was doing his stuff as the LSWF champion. And I think I've talked about this a little bit, but I think the game plan that there was for the LSWF world title for a very long time was a very solid one. And at this point, we've kind of run through all my themes, because after this, I go back to Never Gonna Give You Up, and then I get King of the Universe. Right? Oh, no, I get one more theme. I get one more theme. And I think I took a copyright claim on this, so I need to be careful. We can check right now if I did or not. In case you wondered how much I suffer. Yeah, I got a copyright claim on this one, so I can't play too much of it, but... Obviously, before I got King of the Universe, the last theme I had was for one night only at Xandermania. And it was in the LS11 Grand Championship match, My Way video package, where I came out to Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold. But yeah, so let me get everything closed back out here. Just kind of give you guys an idea of what the original LSWF plan would have been heading into what is now known as Xandermania 8. For those that are curious for it, it's going to be the last thing I talk about before I go to bed, because it is 11:20 and I do have to go to work in the morning, unfortunately. But I will be back tomorrow for an NXT watch along. So, the original plan for LSWF was, for the world title picture at least, was I was going to, beat Arnold at Once in a Lifetime. I was going to beat Ray at the May event. I think I was going to face Ethan Ace in June. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I was going to face Ethan Ace in June because he had the U.S. title, and I was going to win the U.S. title off of him in a winner-take-all situation. And, oh, I know what it was. I was going to, pull the Seth Rollins thing. It was going to be me and Ethan Ace, U.S. and world titles both on the line. I was going to screw him out of the U.S. title, and then he was going to get it back from me through the return of DJ Danger, is what it was. I was going to fight Ethan Ace in the opener for the U.S. title, and then I was going to defend the world title later on in the main event, and DJ Danger was going to return and cost me the U.S. title to Ethan. And then DJ and I would have had our match at base. I beat Dan in July. He would have beat me there. I would have stayed in ZC Enterprise with Shinobi for a little while longer. And then Shinobi and I would not have turned on one another the way we did. Or Shinobi wouldn't have turned on me the way he did. ZC Enterprise would have stayed together. And then after I did my loss to DJ in July, I would have run it back with Adrian Nova, now Hanzo, now Adrian Nova, in August, at whatever event we would have done in August. I would have said, I'm going away for a while. Shinobi, you're in charge now. And Shinobi would have rebranded ZC Enterprise to Shinobi Incorporated, which there were still some plans to do with the reboot of LSWF at one point. And Shinobi was going to run Shinobi Incorporated, change out some people that were in it, make it fit his style a little more, like kick some of my guys out, like JJ. Like JJ Gyllenhaal was going to get kicked out, and Roy Harper was probably going to get kicked out, and stuff like that. And Shinobi was going to bring in new members and stuff. Or no, Shinobi was going to keep Roy Harper. Ryan Ramirez was going to get kicked out. That's what it was. And so then the Royal Rumble was going to be Adrian Nova, Shinobi, and me as the final three. I would have returned at number 30 in the Rumble, and it would have been Nova, Shinobi, and me as the final three. Shinobi and I worked together to eliminate Adrian Nova, when suddenly, boom, Shinobi... Oh, no. Final three would have been me, Adrian Nova, and Shinobi. We're surrounding Nova like we're going to take him down. Boom, Shinobi super kicks me over the top rope, breaking up ZC Enterprise for good. And the main event of Xandermania 8 would have been Adrian Nova, Shinobi, me, DJ Danger, four-corner matchup, and Adrian Nova would have become LSWF World Champion for the first time by pinning me in the main event of Xandermania 8. And the way that would have happened is I would have had the sledgehammer in hand, ready to hit him as he was getting up, and I would have just dropped it and said, we're doing this the right way. And he would have beat me clean because of that. And that was as far as I got. Well, ending to Reality Check would have happened, which you guys have seen Reality Check. If you haven't, I'll pull it up real quick just to remind you all of what it was. Over on the Xander LS11 channel here, which there's going to be more non-wrestling stuff soon. Hopefully this week I'm actually going to upload a video, because it's been a month since I've uploaded a non-wrestling video on here. And I really want to upload more non-wrestling stuff. I want to do more videos like these. like Performance of a Lifetime, Peggle, Mario Sluggers. These Sims videos were fun. I want to get back to doing videos like these on this channel too, but to do that, I gotta keep doing these too. But yeah, so if you look at Reality Check, the ending to Reality Check is exactly what it was supposed to be years ago. And someone even called me out on that in the Discord. They were like, wow, he spoiled this a year ago. So, yeah.
And welcome.
Where the show opens with the Reality Check briefcase match. Colton wins the briefcase. And then in the main event, Shinobi would beat Adrian Nova clean. And Shinobi would officially become the LSWF World Champion. I'm going to sneeze.
We now know that there is the man who
But yeah, and then Colton would come out with Reality Check and cash in.
now. And here comes Colton. Colton
And then, boom,
counters.
fights out of the F5. Stunner. 3. Colton's champion. And that gets us on track to where we are now. And now we're just running the stories that we were going to run. Sort of. Zach says you like Mario Baseball. Well, I've said it a few times. The only reason I've not been able to do more sluggers is my Wii U just crashes my entire computer when I try to use it for recording. So I don't know what's going on there. So unfortunately, the Wii and Wii U are kind of off limits when it comes to recording right now, until I get like an emulator or something for Mario. But like, I don't really want to emulate Mario Baseball because motion controls, I don't know how motion controls would emulate very well, personally. I don't think they would, quite honestly. But yeah, so that's kind of what the LSWF World title was going to look like for the next, up till now. And now with Colton, you're going to kind of see what we had in store. Of course, he's got the match with Hunter Shaw coming up on Thursday. And we'll see that when we see that. And then he's got the unification match, or the winner of that has the unification match with Casey Navarro coming up on August 3rd at the upcoming event, the Last Dance, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, Last Dance is what it's called. Which you guys have not seen the graphics. Excuse me. If you guys have not seen the graphics yet, here's what they look like. The LSWF versus LAW Last Dance. I'm very excited about it. But cool. All right, I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the NXT Watch Along. And for the Gauntlet premiere, be sure to check it out. You guys are in for a treat with that, trust me.